just about set to race. And away they go. Got them way to a good enough start. Gentile began well. Racing up on the outside is Maxi Girl. Dutchess d'Orange is in the pink and white colours towards the inside, followed by Cheap Thrills, one off the rail, then a length back to Hat Montera. Further back in the running is Oh Mandy, and at the back end of the field is Welsh Star. It is detached from the field, racing around 10 lengths off the lead as they make their way towards the final 1,300 metres. And out in front is Gentile, makes the pace and cleared away by 4 lengths. From in second position there, Dutchess d'Orange. Then came Maxi Girl in third position, Hat Montera's fourth. Cheap Thrills is back in fifth position, then 2 lengths back to O'Mandy in sixth, the red cap, and about 8-9 lengths back to Welsh Starlet, who's detached from the main bunch, racing around 6 lengths behind the second last horse, and there's around 12 lengths that cover them. 1,000 metres left to go, and out in front is Gentile. Shows out by 3 lengths to in second, Dutchess d'Orange. A length away, Maxi Girl is racing just outside of Hat Montera in the white colours along its inside. Then came Cheap Thrills. Oh Mandy got about 8 lengths to make up, and Welsh Starlet is a long way back. 650 to go, and out in front is still Gentile, is now cleared away, cleared by 5 lengths. From in second position, Dutchess d'Orange. They were followed next then by Maxi Girl, Hat Montera, Cheap Thrills, O'Mandy, and Welsh Starlet is way back. Homeward bound, Gentile still clear under Richard Faree. From in second, Dutchess d'Orange now starts to bridge the gap. Hat Montera's further back, O'Mandy's on the far side. Cheap Thrills is quickening up nicely on the stand side with Maxi Girl. It's Gentile, but there's pressure from Dutchess d'Orange. On the outside is Cheap Thrills, and then came Maxi Girl. It's Gentile in front, down the inside, on the outside, Cheap Thrills, down the inside, Dutchess d'Orange from Cheap Thrills. Then came Gentile, and further back in the field was Hat Montera. Starts, Sharon Kotson is the winning trainer. Malesela Kacheri is the winning rider. Bred by Mess Dames R.B. Marden, Alimar Matthijssen. In the colours of Messrs. Brendan Fegan and G.M. Kotson is down the centre, the pink and white colours, with Gentile trying to stay on. Cheap Thrills quickened up nicely on the outside. Will go down in second position, Gentile third, and then came Hat Montera. Our numbers are 7, 8, 1, 3.
Welcome back, and Dutchess d'Orange from the Sharon Kotson stable. Malesela Kacheri, 7 winners in 7 days this young man's ridden, and nice going to be chatting to him shortly as well. With me, I've got AK. He's collecting for Baye, so well done to Baye. He gets 1,500 Rand for the winner this afternoon. The favourite that looked well, ran accordingly, thanks to WSB, World Sports Betting. Okay, thank you. Yes, thank you. Let's get to MK. Malesela Kacheri is coming here. I'm not going to give 7, we'll be here all day, but a couple of bumps there for you, well done. We spoke about it last week, we spoke to him last week, we saw what happened up country wherever he rode as well, and things are going according to plan. Now, as Nadine and I were watching the race, we said, oh, Richard, and we saw you next to Richard, but there was no panic. Have a look, if you get a chance this evening, go onto the racing today and have a look. There was no panic whatsoever. You've got the champion jockey next to you, you've got a bit of work to do, and I thought, top ride. Pencil this man in, I'm telling you. We tipped, but we found ourselves a good thing here. Yeah, no. From Nadine. Very well done.
Thanks a lot. Obviously, a big thank you has to go to Mrs. Cotton and our owner. Obviously, they've been persistent with giving me rides and making sure that I do try and get to learn the track properly and obviously get to put myself out there. So it's just a very well done to them that obviously the filly came back home safely today, because the last time when I rode her on the grass, she just couldn't keep up with them, and obviously the out-sprinted her, but she ran on quite nicely, and I thought maybe the chick pieces would actually get her to be a little bit sharper. And today when I walked into the ring, Mrs. Cotton said to me, listen, if you don't win, I'd be very disappointed, because he said to us, if you had a draw, you'd have won. So obviously I just had to take it and make sure that I bring the good goods home.
All right, now you were sitting second throughout, so they're more or less where you wanted to be?
Yeah, definitely. Listen, it was either I was in front or sitting second, but nowhere further than third, I'd say, in the race, because it's a small field. I don't want to get myself caught up at the back where obviously they'll sprint being coming into the straight, the poly with the short straight. It's a little bit of a trickier track to ride on. If they get their first run on you, it's hard to actually make it up.
All right, well, lovely having you in the winner's box. We're going to ask Sharon about her other rides. Is there anything that you're riding that's maybe not part of that stable today that you think you got a chance on?
Well, all my rides today are competitive. I'd just like to see myself, obviously, in the placing boxes. But if one could come, there's not one which I can pinpoint and be like this one, but obviously just try my best throughout the day.
We want. Just try your best. The punters want you to ride through the line, and that's exactly what you do. Well done.
No, thank you very much. Obviously, again, to Mrs. Cotton and our owner, thanks a lot to my sponsors, Winning Form. I really do appreciate the support and help, and obviously to my family as well. Thank you.
I'm sure they're watching. Well done.
Thanks.
There we go. Let's get Sharon in the winner's box before we get to Brendan Fegan that's standing by. And yeah, Sharon, very, very well done. We could hear the confidence. I mean, it's simple. If you don't win this, I'll be disappointed. I mean, there we go. And you're not disappointed. He rode this horse
Definitely
so well.
not. Yes, he rode it with so much confidence.
Yeah.
You know, I must give him credit. You know, he's taken the chance. He comes out. He does his best on everything. He's a beautifully balanced rider, and he's got the confidence behind him now, which is nice. So I think he's only going to go from strength to strength.
All right, well, it is a daughter of Duke of Marmalade. They love the Polly as well. And when you came upstairs, I was saying to you, Teeth, it's so immature still. You can still see she's almost a baby, if I could use that.
No, she is. That's why we put the cheek pieces on her, because she's still a little bit immature, a little bit green. She's still got a bit of filling out to do. So I think she's going to get better with time. She did have the weight and the draw. She's run a couple of good runs on the Polly. So she just needed a touch of concentration, and it was a nice small field. So luckily everything came together, and luckily we have both owners here. We got Brendan and Greg here. So I'd just like to congratulate Rosie Marden and Lynn Matheson. They bred this Duke of Marmalade,
yeah.
And you know, kudos go to them as well.
All right, now you've got a couple of runners. I'll just touch on 3 of them for you. Race 3, you've got Gold Gunner. I see Shorten in the betting. Race 7, you've got Guarding the Wall. And in race 8, Blue Palace, that found a lot of betting support last time out and must have a squeak. Let's start with Gold Gunner.
Gold Gunner, yes, he ran a cracking run when they abandoned the race. And, you know, it was such a false run race. So, and he flew from tailed off to finish second. So, yes, I do give him a big shout. Guarding the Wall, very unpredictable. It depends on who comes to the course. I think we've worked him out, and I think he wants to go around the turn. So he is going around the turn today. So he's got all the ability in the world. It's when he decides to put it in. Blue Palace ran a cracker last time, so we are hoping that she'll follow up today.
All right, well, it's a good day in the office for you thus far, and it's still early days.
Thanks to my sponsor, World Sports Betting.
There we go. SKR, Sharon Kotson Racing. Let's get Brendan Fegan in the winner's box here this afternoon, and as well as Greg Kotson. They're going to stand by as owners. Greg's just getting a little bit of what he must say and what he mustn't say. Brendan, nice having you back in the winner's box. It's a place to be. Lots of investment and involved in racing. A couple of stables, which is good to see as well. Nice to see those colours in the winner's box.
Yeah, thanks, Neil. First of all, to Greg, who trains and is a partner involved in her. And to Sharon, thank you very much for the win. They've been very transparent. I get videos regular about her and her well-being. I get confidence on the final workouts. There's a lot of communication. I really appreciate that, and I think they know it's a very special win this for me. To Kajedi, what a fine young man. You know, obviously when you're fighting Richard at the end there and you see he's sort of battling to get to Richard, you think, oh, but at the end of the day, he rode a top-class race. I mean, he got there where it mattered most, and very appreciative of the way he rode. To my wife and to my kids, my dad, and to my mates watching at home, Donnie and my cousin Ryan and Jock. Yeah, thanks for all the support. And obviously to Glenn as well and to Chad for finding the horse and for getting me involved in it. I appreciate it. Whenever they put me into a horse, they know what they're doing and they're spot on.
Well done, Greg.
I think he's wrapped that up. I don't have to comment at all. All I can say is ditto. Yeah, nice to have Brendan in the yard, and lovely to have a win. And yeah, thanks to Glenn and them for us leasing the horse, and to Martin. I think Sharon did mention him. So yeah, let's see if we can go onwards and forward.
Yeah, I'm not going to let you run away. You've heard the runners. I've touched on with Sharon. You study form. What's the next best from your stable today? Just one.
Has to be Gold Gunner on the last run, and the draw and everything in its favour. Louis back on, so it has to be Gold Gunner.
All right, Gold Gunner gets a thumbs up from Greg Kotson. Nice to have Brendan Fegan in those sexy colours with a little bit of pink in them in the winner's box this afternoon. The pick six starts next.